class 10th, we continue our journey into coordinate geometry. We had discussed the plotting of points in the previous video, that how do we plot the point, how do we divide the Cartesian plane into 4 coordinates, first, second, third, fourth, how do we allot signs to x and y, how do we represent, what are the reference points. We talked about x dash ox as the horizontal line or x-axis or abscissa. We talked about y o y dash as vertical line or y-axis or ordinate axes, and we talked about the origin where the two lines intersect each other. They are perpendicular to each other. They divide into 4 coordinates. Each coordinate, first coordinate x is plus, y is plus. In second coordinate x is negative, y is plus. In the third coordinate x and y both are negative. In the fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. And then we showed you that a point is always represented by a coordinate with a pair, ordered pair, and the first coordinate will be always x, second coordinate will be always y, and we talked about the plotting of points. And we also talked about the reflection of points. When we reflect a point in x-axis, when we reflect a point in y-axis. We told you when we are reflecting a point in x-axis, only the sign of the y-coordinate will change, x will remain the same. And when we are reflecting a point in y-axis, the sign of the x-coordinate will change and y-coordinate will remain the same. There is no change in the values of the coordinate, only thing which changes is the sign. If we are reflecting in x-axis, the sign of the y-coordinate will change. If we are reflecting in x-axis, then the sign of the y-coordinate will change, and if we are reflecting in y-axis, the sign of the x-coordinate will change. Now we proceed beyond that. Today we are going to discuss reflection of a point in a line parallel to x-axis. We are not discussing reflection in x-axis, but we are trying to say that we have taken another line which is parallel to x-axis. We did not tell you that day that the equation of the line x-axis is y is equal to 0. Well, I'm sure you must be knowing it, because on x-axis the y-coordinate is always 0. On x-axis the y-coordinate is always 0. So the equation of the x-axis is generally y is equal to 0. It is represented by y is equal to 0. Any line which is parallel to x-axis will be represented with y is equal to something. Like I am drawing a line parallel to x-axis at a distance y is equal to a. I have got a line, this line is parallel to x-axis at a distance of y is equal to a. There is any point xy, I want to reflect this point p, the coordinate of p are xy. I want to reflect this point p in this line y is equal to a, and when we reflect we get point p dash is alpha beta. We told you that the line of reflection is taken always as the mirror. That means I am going to treat this line y is equal to a as the mirror. And the mirror, the property of the plane mirror is that the image is formed behind the mirror at the same distance as the object is in front of the mirror. That is the property which you have studied in physics in reflection in plane mirror. So in this distance, Pm should be equal to Mp dash. According to the law of reflection, Pm should be equal to Mp dash. That means M is the midpoint, M is the midpoint of PP dash. Midpoint of PP dash. Now you see, if a point is lying on the line, this line, if a point is lying on this line which is y is equal to a, that means its y coordinate will be always a. Y coordinate will be always a, only the x coordinate will change. Only the x coordinate. If I bring it here and bring it up here, then even then the y coordinate will be a only, because y is equal to a. So on this line the value of the y will remain the same, only the x will change. So we are talking that y coordinate of this point M, which is the midpoint of PP dash, M is the midpoint of PP dash, so y coordinate will be a. And we have drawn this line where we are saying x is the first coordinate, so x will be always the first coordinate. Here also it will come finally x only, it is parallel to y-axis. Actually this line is parallel to y-axis, it is parallel to y-axis, so x coordinate will remain same. So now let us apply the midpoint formula. We can apply the midpoint formula. How do I calculate the midpoint x? Midpoint x will be equal to x plus alpha upon 2. You add up the x coordinates of the end points, like p and p dash are the end points of this line. So coordinate x coordinate of p is x and x coordinate of p dash is alpha. So x plus alpha upon 2 is equal to the midpoint here, the midpoint coordinate, x midpoint coordinate. So you will get 2x is equal to x plus alpha, or 2x minus x will be equal to alpha. So alpha will be x. That we had already said, because everywhere on this line pp dash the value will be x. It is x, it is x, it will be also x. But mathematically it is coming like this. Now let us calculate the y coordinate. For y coordinate you will add up the y coordinates of the two ends, y plus beta upon 2 will be equal to what? The y coordinate here. Y coordinate is a. So what will it become? Y plus 2 beta will become 2a, or beta will become minus y plus 2a. So x is, alpha is x. I can say alpha is equal to x and beta is minus y plus 2a. This is the formula which we are discussing, but the best way for plotting is, when you are plotting, what you do is you calculate this distance. You can always measure it with the help of a scale, or because it will be on the graph paper, you can always say what will be the coordinates of x and y. Whatever is the distance between MP, you should mark the same distance, MP dash. P dash will be the reflection of P, and write down the coordinates of P with the help of reference. Reference point will be x-axis and y-axis only. Reference points will be x-axis and y-axis only. So here the coordinates of, when we are reflecting a point in a line parallel to x-axis, like y is equal to a, then x coordinate remains the same and the y coordinate changes to minus y plus 2a. Minus y plus 2a, whatever is the coordinate of y, minus y plus 2a, plus 2a. So whatever it is, that will change according to this formula. But I told you the best way of plotting is, this distance is always the same. It is the easiest method, the distance. Same principle is applied. There is no need of applying the formula. We are just telling you to make you aware that how does it come. Now let me reflect a point parallel to y-axis. Like we did this parallel to x-axis. Now reflection of a point in a line parallel to y-axis. For example, this is your coordinate axes, this is your O, x, x dash, and these are always equally equal distance and marked. This will be plus, this will be minus. Similarly here, plus, it is y here and it is y dash, and this will be minus on this side. They are always, the distance between any two consecutive points is same, and they are at equidistant, and this side like 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, it will be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, it will be 1, 2, 3 plus, when I am not writing sign, minus 2 and minus 3. Now let me take any point. Let me take a line which is parallel to y-axis. The equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0. Because on x-axis, on y-axis the x-coordinate will be always 0. On y-axis the x-coordinate is always 0. So what will happen is that any line which is parallel to y-axis will be x is equal to something. X is equal to a constant. Suppose again I take x is equal to a. I say the line is x is equal to a. This is a line parallel to y-axis. This is a line parallel to y-axis, and I want to reflect any point. Again I take a point xy here. I take a point xy here. I take a point P xy. Now when I reflect this point in this line, so obviously this will come into this side here, P dash. P dash will come as alpha beta suppose. And this will be the mirror here now. Now this will be the mirror here. And this point will be the midpoint. The basic principle is that the mirror, like in a plane mirror, the image is formed behind the mirror at the same distance as the object is in front of the mirror. Now here the object is P. Object in this point, in this condition is a point P whose coordinates are x, y. I am trying to reflect the point P in the line x is equal to a. It will naturally form on the opposite side of the mirror. This is the mirror, opposite side of the mirror it will be formed. Let the coordinates of this be alpha, beta. Now what will be the x coordinate of this? X coordinate will remain x only. X coordinate will remain x, and y coordinate will be, x coordinate will be a, sorry, because here it is a. X coordinate is a here. X coordinate is a here. X coordinate is a, and y coordinate will be, let us see, y. Let us see what will be the y coordinate. Y coordinate will be y only. Y coordinate will be y, whatever is the y coordinate here. Because x, y, so y will remain y only. In the first case, x did not change. In the second case, y will not change. Now let us, M is the midpoint. M is the midpoint. M is the midpoint of PP dash. Of PP dash or P dash P, it is one and the same thing. Whether I call it P dash P or PP dash, it is the length. So M is the midpoint. So alpha plus x upon 2 will be equal to a here. Because a is the coordinate. On this line, x is always going to be equal to a. So alpha plus x will be equal to 2a, or x coordinate or alpha coordinate will be what? 2a, or minus x plus 2a. Minus x plus 2a. Minus x plus 2a. And let us see the y coordinate. Beta plus y upon 2 will be equal to y, or beta plus y will be equal to 2y, or beta will be equal to y. I told you the y coordinate will not change, only the x coordinate will change, because we are reflecting the point in a line parallel to y-axis. Parallel to y-axis means x coordinate will change, and that is minus x plus 2a, like it was in the previous case. If you remember, what was the point? Minus y plus 2a. It was minus y plus 2a. Here it is minus x plus 2a. Alright? This is reflection of a point in a line parallel to x-axis, reflection of a point in a line parallel to y-axis. Now let us see reflection of a point in origin. Reflection of a point in origin. And then I'll pick up some questions and do it for you. Reflection of a point in origin. Whenever we reflect a point in origin, for example xy, and I say reflect in origin, if I say reflect in origin, then both the signs of x and y will change. That means it will become minus x minus y. Because when you are going to reflect a point from here, xy, through origin, the point will come into this side. From first coordinate, it will come into third quadrant. Suppose it is x minus y. Then if I reflect this point in origin, it will become minus x y. X minus y means in this quadrant, in the fourth quadrant, and it will be reflected to second quadrant. If it is minus xy, then it will be reflected as x minus y. The sign of both the coordinates are changing. The sign of both the coordinates were changing. When we were reflecting a point in x-axis or y-axis. You must have noticed, if you go through my video once again, you will realize that we were saying that we change the sign of one coordinate only. If we are reflecting in x-axis, the sign of the y coordinate will change. If it is plus, it will become minus. If it is minus, it will become plus. And if we are reflecting in y-axis, the sign of the x coordinate will change. But when we are reflecting a point in origin, then both the x as well as y will change. For example, if it is minus x minus y, then it will become xy. Then it will become xy. Then it will become xy. So we have discussed reflection of a point in a line parallel to x-axis, minus y plus 2a if I remember. X coordinate remains the same, y coordinate will change. So x is x and y becomes minus y plus 2a, I think. Yes, minus y plus 2a. And when we reflect reflect a point in a line parallel to y-axis, it becomes x-axis, x coordinate will change. It will become minus x plus 2a, and y coordinate will remain the same. When we are reflecting a point in origin, then both the coordinates x and y will change. Now let us pick up few questions, like question number 1 about the reflection. There is a point P minus 3 minus 2 is reflected in x-axis to P dash, and then P dash is reflected to P double dash through origin. He says write the coordinates of point of P dash and P double dash. Write down a single transformation that maps P to P double dash. Now what we can do is we can plot these points and do the reflection. Generally it is done on the graph paper. Generally you can use a graph paper. He will ask you even to use the graph paper. For example, let us see. I'm just going to show you how it is to be done. O x dash y dash. Simple principle of reflection in the plane mirror will be used. The axis will be used as the axis of reflection, will be used as mirror or axis of reflection. Point P is minus 3 minus 2. So it is minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 this side. It is minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4. You have to take a scale. You have to take a scale that 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit, or 2 centimeters is equal to 1 unit, or whatever, depending upon what kind of data you have. If you have a small data, we can use 2 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. We can use 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. And if in the question the scale is given, then you have to use the scale what is given in the question. If he is not given the scale in the question, then you can choose your own. You can choose your own scale. But if scale is given, that you have to follow that scale itself. Now let me see a point P which is minus 3 minus 2. So x is minus 3 and y is minus 2. So somewhere here, I've drawn the line. You will have the reference line on the graph paper. It is minus 3, minus 2. This is point P. Now this point P, this is point P actually. this is point P, is reflected in x-axis. It is reflected in x-axis. Then I'm going to reflect in x-axis, that the x-axis is going to be acting as the mirror line. Whenever you reflect a point, for example, P is -3, -2, and you're going to reflect in x-axis, that means the sign of the y coordinate will change. The sign of the y coordinate will change. When you're reflecting a point in a you're reflecting in x-axis, you're reflecting in x-axis, so you're going to go up because this is the x-axis. When you're going to reflect in x-axis, what will happen is the sign of the y coordinate will change. P dash will become -3 and 2. It will become it will just go behind this. It will be just going behind this. You will realize that if this is M, then MP dash and MP will be equal. This M will be the midpoint of PP dash. M will be the midpoint of PP dash. So the coordinates of P dash are -3, 2. Coordinates of P dash are -3, 2. He said you have to find the coordinate axis to P dash, and then P dash is reflected to P double dash through origin. Now P dash will be reflected through origin to P double dash. We told you when we reflect a point through origin, what happens is that the sign of both the coordinates will change. It will become 3 minus 2. So the point will be somewhere here. P double dash will be 3 minus 2. P double dash will be 3 minus 2. We have reflected this point to P double dash. So he wanted you to write the coordinates of P dash and P double dash. Now this is a double transformation. This is called a double transformation. Why it is called a double transformation? Because first I reflected the point P in x-axis. First I reflected the point P in x-axis to P dash, and then I reflected P dash to P double dash. I reflected P dash to P double dash through origin. So it is a double process. I have done the double process. First I reflected P to P dash through x-axis, then P dash to P double dash I reflected through origin. So I have done two transformations, one through x-axis, one through origin. Now he's saying once I have got P dash and P double dash, I have shown you through the graph also, and I have done directly by the formula as well. You can use both the things. And then he says that now how can I transfer P to P double dash directly with one single transformation? It is possible. How can I reflect P to P double dash? From P, how can we obtain P double dash? He says, write down a single transformation. As I told you, in this case I have done double. P to P dash through x-axis, then P dash to P double dash through origin. I have done two transformations. But now what he is wanting is that you must get from P to P double dash through single transformation. Now it is very simple. If I reflect a point P in y-axis, I'll get P double dash. Why? You see, P is -3 minus 2. P double dash is 3 minus 2. That means only the sign of the x coordinate has changed. So if I reflect P -3 minus 2 in y-axis, then what will I get? P double dash. That will be 3 minus 2. These were double transformation. These were double transformation. Two transformations were involved. Double transformation. But the same process could be done by a single transformation. Reflection in y-axis. Reflection in y-axis directly transferred P to P double dash. So this was a single transformation. So sometime he asks you a question based on these problems also, that he will give you a double transformation, and then he will say, how do we change this double transformation to single transformation? That means instead of doing this process twice, let's do it once like we did. P to P dash in x-axis, then P dash to P double dash through origin. But P to P dash double dash I can obtain through reflection in y-axis. So this was single transformation. That is what he means. Write down a single transformation that maps P to P double dash. So this is reflection in y-axis. This is reflection in y-axis is the single transformation. Now I will do the second question for you. You have this complete thing. You could have simply used this process also, but to understand clearly, it's very simple to understand. When you see something on the graph, it's very, very clear to you instead of this process. But this is the way to do it, and this is also the way to do it. If you have difficulty, you draw the graph and do it. Sometime he will ask you to draw the graph only. Draw the points on the graph like we'll be doing few questions after these. That will do that. Now let us see the second question. In the second question I have a point P is reflected in y-axis. There is a point P, xy. There is any point P, xy, which is reflected in what? Is reflected in y-axis. So that means if it is reflected in y-axis, I am getting the point 2, 3. I am getting P dash as 2, 3. When I reflect a point in y-axis, what happens? The sign of the x-coordinate changes. The sign of the x-coordinate changes. Y-coordinate remains the same. That means x here is 2, then x should have been here minus 2. It should have been minus 2. I'll show you otherwise also. So he says write down the coordinates of P. Coordinates of P will be minus 2, 3. Y coordinate will remain the same. When we are reflecting in y-axis, the sign of the y coordinate does not change, only the sign of the x coordinate changes. Now I can show it to you on the graph paper. It will be very easy for you to understand. There is a point P double, let's say P dash as 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. I told you these are number lines which are perpendicular to each other. One is horizontal number line, one is vertical number line, and they make the axes. They make the axes. They make the axis, x-axis and y-axis. This is x, x dash. This is y, y dash, and this is the coordinate O. This is the coordinate O, which is origin. Now there is a point P dash. He is given P dash 2, 3. So 2, 3 is a point here. P dash is 2, 3. He said this point has been reflected in y-axis. This has been reflected in y-axis means what? That it has come through this. So the distance from here to here should be the same here. And if you see the distance, it is 2, 3, then it will be minus 2, 3. P will be minus 2, 3. You reflect this point in a y-axis. You reflect this point in y-axis, what will you get? Minus 2, 3. So the coordinates of P are minus 2, 3. It is one and the same thing. Whether P is reflected into P dash, P is reflected in y-axis to P dash, or P dash is reflected into y-axis to P, both the coordinates are reflection of each other. P dash is the reflection of P, and P is the reflection of P dash. P is the reflection of P dash. This M will be the midpoint. Now the question is, find the coordinates of the image of P. I have to find the image of P under reflection in x is equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 1 means will be this line. This is the line x is equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 1. I have to reflect P, find the coordinates of image of P, find out the coordinates of image of P under reflection in x is equal to minus. If I reflect this point P in x is equal to minus 1, what is the distance here? 1. It will come to this side. It will come to here. P dash or P reflected in x is equal to minus 1. You can see because you have marked here, mark point here. Minus 1, minus 2, one distance is there, unit distance. So it will be reflected to the opposite side because I am using it as the mirror image. I am using it as the mirror image. I am using it as the mirror image. So the point will be the same distance on this side. And what are the coordinates of, suppose I say P double dash? The coordinates of P double dash will be what? It is on the y-axis. It is on the y-axis. So x coordinate will be 0. X coordinate will be 0 and y coordinate will be 3. Y coordinate will be 3. Y coordinate will be 3. X is equal to minus 1. So P minus 2, 3 reflected in x is equal to minus 1 will give us P double dash which is 0, 3. Which is 0, 3. It's very simple if we do it through the graphical method. If we do it through the graphical method, it is very simple. Okay, let's see question number 3 where he says a point P is reflected to P dash 2 minus 3 in the x-axis. You know when we reflect a point in the x-axis, the sign of the y-coordinate changes. The x-coordinate remains the same. The line you reflect a point in, that coordinate remains the same. Like if you are reflecting a point in x-axis, then the x-coordinate will remain the same. The sign of the y-coordinate will change. I'll again depict it through the graph. I like to do it through the graph. It is 2 minus 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Now let us see the point P dash 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 means the point is here somewhere here. P dash is 2 minus 3. And this has been reflected in x-axis. This has been reflected in x-axis. That means x-axis is acting as the mirror line for this. X-axis is acting as the mirror line for this. That means the image of P dash will be here somewhere in the first quadrant. First quadrant will be, if I go through this, go up, whatever is the y here distance, 3 is the distance, minus 3, so its side it will be plus 3. So P coordinate will be 2, 3. The coordinates of P will be 2, 3. Reflect the point P dash in x-axis, you will get the coordinates of P. You wanted the coordinate of P, so reflect P dash, because he said P dash is the reflection of P. If P dash is the reflection of P, then P dash is the reflection of P, then P is also reflection of P dash in the same line. They are reflection of each other. Now I've got the coordinates of P as 2, 3. P dash 2 minus 3. When I reflect it in x-axis, P should have been 2, 3 because the sign of the y coordinate changes. So the coordinates of P are 2, 3. Now he says the coordinates of P double dash, we have to find the coordinates of P double dash, image of P under reflection in the y-axis. Find out the coordinates of P double dash, image of P under reflection in y-axis. Now P has to be reflected into y-axis. So if I reflect it in y-axis, it is 1, 2, it will come to this side. Same distance. And this P double dash will become what? When you're reflecting it in y-axis, the sign of the x coordinate changes, minus 2, 3. P dash, no, P, he wants to reflect P. P 2, 3 is reflected into y-axis, it will become P double dash as minus 2, 3, which I have depicted in the graph. Now he says the coordinates, the coordinates of P double dash, the image of P under reflection in y-axis, we've got that. Now he wants to find the coordinates of Q dash, image of Q 1, 2. Where is 1, 2? Here is 1, 2. Q is 1, 2. This is the point Q 1, 2. This is the point Q 1, 2. Image of Q 1, 2 in the line PP dash. This is the line PP dash. This is the line PP dash. This is the line PP dash. Actually PP dash is parallel to x-axis. It is parallel to x-axis at the distance y is equal to 3. It is a line y is equal to 3 actually. It is a line y is equal to 3. I have to reflect this point Q12 in PP dash. So the image will be formed here. This point was 3, the next point will be 4, 5 and so on. But here what is the distance? 1 distance will come here. Q dash. And what will be the coordinates of Q dash? The x coordinate will remain same, 1, and it becomes what? The y coordinate becomes 4. Y coordinate becomes 4. So Q dash we have to find. Q is 1, 2. When it is reflected in PP dash, Q dash will become 1, 4. Q dash will become 1, 4. It becomes 1, 4. Because when you are reflecting in a line parallel to x-axis, the sign of the y coordinate will change. X coordinate will remain same. X coordinate will remain same. So it becomes 4. It was here, it's the same distance here, and now 1, 4. The coordinates of Q dash are 1, 4. So this is the, I like to do it through the graph paper. It will be easier for you to do through the graph paper. Plot the points and practically do it. It will be very, very simple for you. Now let's do the fourth question. In question number 4, he says points A, 2, 1, 0, 3, C, minus 2, minus 2 are vertices of a triangle. Plot the points on the graph paper. Now he has said you plot them on the graph paper. That means you will ask for a graph paper. In the questions he will write, use it on the graph paper. If he has not written that, don't use the, if he has not written anything about the graph paper, you can use the graph paper. You can ask for a graph paper like it is OX, X dash, Y, Y dash. You must, he is not given any scale, so I am using 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means distance between any two consecutive points is 1 centimeter. These are marked lines, these are marked number lines, or number lines, these are perpendicular number lines. A21, this point is A21, A21, always A21. Then B03, B03. B03. X coordinate is 0, X coordinate is 0 on Y axis, so B03, and C minus 2, minus 2, minus 2 and minus 2, C minus 2, minus 2, 2, 1, let me see the point, 2, 1, 0, 3 and minus 2, 2 are the vertices of the triangle. So if I join them, I'll get a triangle ABC. I get a triangle ABC. Now he says you have to draw the triangle from these points which I have drawn and then reflect them in x-axis and get A dash, B dash, C dash. That means I have to reflect all the point in x-axis. I have to reflect all these points in x-axis to get a dash, b dash and c dash. When a is reflected in x-axis, you will get minus, what will you get? If you are reflecting in x-axis, you will get 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1. This will be a dash. 2 minus 1. When you reflect in x-axis, the sign of the y-coordinate will change. Now, when you are reflecting C in x-axis, then the y-coordinate will change. It will become minus 2 plus 2. Minus 2 plus 2, it will come somewhere here. Dash will be minus 2 plus 2. And when you are going to reflect the point B in x-axis, it is 0, 3, it will become 0 minus 3. It will come here, C dash, 0 minus 3. Now join A to B, B to C and C to A. So you've got the reflection of this triangle in x-axis. Now the question is, he's asking, once you get a triangle A dash, B dash, C dash, I've got the triangle A dash, B dash, C dash. Now he says, are these triangles congruent? Are these triangles congruent? Congruent means, are they equal to each other in each and every respect? If you will measure their length of their side, if you measure the length of their side, they will be exactly equal. And so triangles will be, triangle ABC will be congruent to triangle A dash, B dash, C dash. Triangle ABC will be congruent to triangle A dash, B dash, C dash.